Hello, I'm Professor Susan DeGize. This tutorial is on practice 10.4a. Directions. Write the following melodies for the different transposing instruments, adding a key signature when necessary. All right, so Skip to My Lou is in D major, so we can go ahead and write D here. And we're rewriting this for trumpet in B flat. So go ahead and figure out what the key signature would be. Pause the video and press play when you're ready. Okay, so for the trumpet in B flat, what you hear is going to be a major second lower. So that means when you write for the trumpet in B flat, you have to write everything a major second higher. So what key would be a major second higher than D major? That would be E major. So we're going to write this part in E major. So once we've established this, you have a couple of different ways you could do the transposition. We learned in section 4.9 how to do melodic transposition using scale degrees and key signatures, but we also learned in section 9.9 intervallic transposition. So I'm going to do a combination of ways. You go ahead and do it on your own, and then I'll talk about it after you complete this. So go ahead, pause the video, and press play when you're ready. Okay, what I like to do is I like to put the scale degree here. That kind of starts me off. So we start on scale degree 3. Now we're going to be very specific because we're writing for trumpet in B flat. So we want this first note here to not just be F sharp, but we want it to be F sharp 4. So we got to make sure we're writing it in the right octave as well. Okay, so what is scale degree 3 in the key of E? That would be G sharp. So if, for example, you wanted to put G sharp up here, that would not be correct, because this is G sharp 5, and because it's for the trumpet in B flat, what you would hear is a whole step lower, so this would be F sharp 5. So that would be an octave too high. So we want to write this G sharp an octave lower. All right, so now I can go down to tonic, scale degree 1. And I can do intervallic transposition, meaning I can see that it skips up, it repeats, and then it skips up. So I'm going to skip up, and then I'm going to repeat, and then I can skip up. So now I just got to make sure that my beaming is correct. Okay, now moving on. We can also go back to our scale degrees. Another thing you can do is you can say everything in the trumpet is a major second higher, is a whole step higher. So what's a whole step higher than E? That would be F sharp. A whole step higher than F sharp would be G sharp. So you could also do that. So there's a variety of techniques. I find that, especially when it's stepwise motion, doing the intervals between the notes is faster for me, but go ahead and do whichever technique is comfortable for you. So starting on this G, I see that we move down by step until we get to tonic, and that repeats. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to move down by step, and then finish on tonic. All right, so let's go ahead and listen to Skip to My Lou in D major. And now let's listen to it for trumpet in B flat major. What? Were you confused? Did you think, wait a minute, this should sound a whole step higher because I wrote it a whole step higher. But remember, the trumpet in B flat, when they see G sharp, you don't hear G sharp. you actually hear F sharp. So that's why this is supposed to sound exactly the same as this. Now go ahead and do number 2. Now for number 2, it's for the horn in F. So what we're going to do is we're not going to add a key signature. So go ahead and transpose this, but use accidentals instead. Pause the video and press play when you're ready. Okay, so without a key signature, I'm just going to go ahead and put in my time signature. I know that Hush Little Baby is in B flat major. And my first scale degree here is scale degree 5, and it's jumping up to scale degree 3. All right, so first we need to figure out what is the interval between the given melody and a horn in F. Well, a horn in F sounds a perfect fifth lower. So that means you need to write everything a perfect fifth higher. So what is a perfect fifth higher than F? In particular, what is a perfect fifth higher than F3? A perfect fifth above F3 would be C4. So we're going to start with C4. Now what's a perfect fifth above D4? That would be A4. So that's how we're going to get started. Okay, so if you didn't start correctly, you can go ahead, pause the video, erase your answers, try again, and press play when you're ready. Okay, so now I'm going to move up by step and then down by step. Okay, so if you did this, you're missing something. So let's figure out what we're missing. Well, what is this pitch here? This is E flat 4. So what is a perfect fifth above E flat 4? That would be B flat. So we need to add a flat here. All right, so what comes after this stepwise motion? We go down by step again and it repeats. So we're going to go down by step again, and then we're going to repeat it. Okay, so this first note here is the same as this, so we're just going to rewrite that. So we're going to have 2 C's here. Now here I'm leaping up a perfect fifth, so I want to leap up a perfect fifth in the horns part. All right, that note repeats, and then moves up by step. And then here we're moving down, down again, and it repeats. So we're moving down, down again, and it repeats. So we can check our work by maybe looking at the last note here. The last note here is B flat 3. And we want to write the horns part a perfect fifth higher. So what's a perfect fifth above B flat? That would be F4. And sure enough, we have F4 in the horn part. So let me go ahead and play Hush Little Baby. And now in the horn in F. So again, it sounds exactly the same as the given melody. If you have any questions about how to write for transposing instruments, please reread this chapter, and in particular, section 10.4. You've now completed the tutorial for practice 10.4a. Thank you for watching.